Hello, my name is Linda Ahrens. I've been attending Moody Church for about 28 years. In the last 4 years, I've had the privilege of being a roving chaplain at Cook County Jail, but that was never my idea. I'd been attending the jail every week for 3 years prior to that, visiting the inmates. And one day I was intimidated by this one officer, but remembered God's word that said, "Do not fear." So I forced myself to go up to the officer and say, "Is there anything I can be praying for you?" And the officer shared all these horrific events going on in the family's life. And she shared that she'd been trying to read a Bible and understand what God was doing. So I said, "Well, could I help you? Would you like to learn about the Bible?" And she said, "Oh, yes." So as a result of that, I asked the jail if I might just have one more hour with a handful of officers to lead a Bible study. And Mary Lohman encouraged me in this. But God had a different idea. And instead, he prompted the jail to suggest that I be a roving chaplain to all 4,000 staff. This was God's idea, not mine. It's as in Ephesians 3 says, God who is able to do far more abundantly beyond anything we could ask or imagine. That's what he keeps doing. He's literally opening steel doors. So this was a great opportunity, and I learned that these officers, their average life expectancy is 56 years. They died 20 years earlier than the average American because of the situation they're working in, the environment, the shifts that are so difficult on the body, the attacks on them, the injuries, the depression. At the jail, I rode from cell block to cell block, trying to offer hope to these hardworking, resilient staff. I also offer prayer, and through my handout, I offer them relevant material for the issue that's bothering them. I'm pleased to say that we now have grown our chaplain team to 7. And that sounds like a lot of chaplains, but most of them work full-time and have other commitments. So if they can come in there just once every 2 weeks for a couple of hours, that's great, but that's all they can do. We need more chaplains to support these staff. But God keeps doing things to help them. Because I can't get to all the places of the jail, none of our chaplains can, the jail suggested that all my materials be put out on the sheriff's intranet. So we now have all these brochures out for not just the 4,000 jail staff, but the additional 2,700 Cook County Sheriff's Office staff, all the patrol officers and the sheriff's deputies in the courts. From Skokie to Rolling Meadows and Maywood and Markham, all these staff need support and help. So God opened that door too. And then the jail thought I needed a room to display all the materials, so they gave me a room so staff can come in and take what they want as well. Finally, last month, God opened another opportunity. I was allowed to speak at the American Jail Association to the jails on the need for them to have volunteer chaplains to support their staff. Most churches send in volunteers to support inmates, but people don't think of the staff. These officers miss family gatherings because of their shifts. They can't go to church. They really need spiritual support. And God obviously cares for them because he keeps opening these doors. So my real hope is that, first of all, you'd thank officers when you know them, like Deputy Art Presley. He's a member of our church. He serves at Cook County Jail. Maybe you can pray for all the officers throughout the country in all the thousands of jails. And maybe you could go to your own county jail and ask to be a chaplain. My hope and dream is that we would have a chaplain at every jail in this country and every federal and state prison. If you'd like information on how to do this, just email chaplains@moodychurch.org. That's plural, chaplains@moodychurch.org, and I'd be happy to assist you if I can. So thank you.